about that. Anyway, hey, Doc Hansen here with another Good Time Guitar. Sorry about my feeble playing skills. But today I've got just a wonderful guitar. So this is a, see if I can get that up there. This is a Loprinzi made by the Loprinzi Guitar Company in Plainsboro, New Jersey. Sometime around 1974, 1975. Now, I've seen and read about Loprinzi guitars for quite some time, and always have wanted to get the chance to buy one, give it a try, because I've heard so many good things about them. And so when this one came up for sale a while back, I kind of jumped on the chance to buy it. And let me just say, it's a wonderful instrument. I can see why there are people out there that speak the praises of Loprinzi guitars. So I'm not going to go into detail about the Loprinzi Guitar Company. They're only around, at least in the format that made this guitar, for 7-8 years. Started sometime in the early 70s by Antonio and Thomas Loprinzi, a couple of brothers. Built these guitars at a small shop in New Jersey. And they really kind of started out to compete primarily with the Martins that were out there at the time. And this model was built to compete directly with a D28. And I've owned some D28s. They're fabulous guitars. But I would say this is absolutely the equal of those, and in some ways superior, at least for me. So what does this guitar have? It's got a lovely solid spruce top. The top is in great condition. There's finished crazing, and there's some nicks that you'd expect from a 50-some-year-old guitar, but no cracks, no structural issues whatsoever. The bridge is sound. There's a little finished wearing on the pick guard here, but beautiful shape, spruce top, solid Indian rosewood back and sides. Just lovely, really nice shape all over. There's some buckle rash back here and some other scrapes, and the finish is a little dulled here from having played. I mean, this clearly is a guitar that was played, but certainly not abused. Just a stunning, gorgeous piece of mahogany on the neck here, and then an ebony fretboard and Brazilian rosewood bridge, Brazilian rosewood veneer on the headstock, gold enclosed Grover tuners. So, wood-wise, very much the same as a D28, except the D28 would have an ebony bridge rather than the rosewood bridge. Now, here's where some of the differences are between this. You'll notice that there's a slope in these shoulders. So the top bout is kind of a slope shoulder, more Gibson-like than a Martin, and the lower bout is narrower than a D28 as well. And I will also say that the neck is shallower than certainly a D28 from this era. This is more of a C, very nice C rather than the slight V's that the Martins tend to have. All of which makes, at least for me, a more comfortable, easier guitar to play. It fits a little nicer. Now, I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'8", kind of normal size hands. And if you've seen my other videos, I love Guild guitars, and one of the reasons I love Guild guitars is their necks. And I would say this is much more Guild-like in its neck than Martin. Very easy to play. Great tone and sustain. Just, everything you'd expect from a spruce rosewood dreadnought. I just can't speak, highly enough about this guitar. Now, I'm selling this because I have lots of guitars. I only keep guitars that I'm going to play. And honestly, I'm kind of set in the dreadnought category. So I really bought this to try it out, to see what it's like. I cleaned the guitar up. leveled the frets, dressed them, cleaned up the fingerboard, which was kind of a mess. The top was pretty much, dirty too. Again, never ceases to amaze me how people don't clean their instruments. But anyway, so I've cleaned this all up, polished it up. Other than that, I really have not done anything else to the guitar. Put on some new strings, some light gauge strings on here, 80-20 bronze, which is what I tend to play. So there you go, a 1974-75 Loprinzi Guitar Company LR-15, made in Plainsboro, New Jersey. Great guitar. All right, thanks. Take care.